Welcome to the BMX News Channel. Today we're going to talk about full link and half link chains. Just a couple things I want to talk to you guys about. Sorry, I gotta have these bright lights in my face, so it's kind of weird. It's kind of hard to look at them, but I will get used to it, so don't worry. But what I have for you guys today is a full link and a half link chain to go over it with you guys. Alright, so what you guys have probably noticed about the full link and the half link chain is the big difference is the outer link also makes up the inner link. So it really has this nice aggressive look, and it usually has a direction that it goes on the bike. The ones from Shadow actually have a direction to them. At least the original ones did, but the new ones they've been rounded on. They've been rounded on both sides, so they can go on either one way or the other. But here's a couple of the things that I want to talk about. Traditionally in the past, with a half-link chain, because of the way that it was shaped, you used to have to buy a regular chain breaker, you used to have to buy a special chain breaker. Well, not anymore. Now, with the technology and the way that they've made them and refined them, you can actually use a regular chain breaker on a half-link. So I have a regular chain breaker that I bought that fits a regular chain, okay, and then it also fits perfectly, and I can do all the work that I need to do to this because of the way, at least the Saltplus one. I haven't had one of the new Shadow ones yet, but as far as the original Shadows that they had came out with, you needed to have the special Shadow chain breaker to do it with. So there you go. Another thing is, whenever I first saw these, because of the way they were shaped and the outer link makes up the inner link, I thought that to have a half link chain, the same length, there was considerably less parts to make up this chain than this chain, and that's what I thought for the longest time until I actually went through and I counted. These are the exact length chains with the exact links inside of them. In the regular chain, there's 56 of these links, 56 of these plates, inner and outer plates. Okay. Now, on the half link, when you count it out, there ends up being 55 plates. Not really much of a difference. Now, why is that? Well, if you look at these two chains right here, one of the big differences is they're really pretty much the same chain. The reason why they look so different, but they work the same on the same gearing system, is because of the fact of this bend right here. If you took these plates off and you straightened this bend out and you flip-flopped where these plates were, it would be the same exact chain as that one. See, because if you look at these two chains right here, if you notice, the only thing that makes this a half link, or really the reason why they call it a half link, is just imagine taking this outer plate and this inner plate and putting a bend in both of them and flip-flopping where they overlap. So instead of this outer plate staying an outer plate, it goes outer, inner, outer, inner, outer, inner. So that's literally the only difference. It's not that this is actually half of a link. It's just that the way that they have designed these is the direction of how these plates attach and how they overlap is different. They flip-flopped. Instead of the outer plate staying the outer plate just has a bend and underlaps, and then underlaps and underlaps. Other than that, it's pretty much the same thing as a regular chain. So yeah, those are the things that I wanted to talk about. There was a lot of things that I heard about where a half link chain won't work really good with an 8-tooth cog. That's really not the case. I had an orange stolen hub that had an 8-tooth cog, and I ran one of the old Shadow chains on it for the longest time, and it did nothing to it. It was totally fine. So you can use half link chains on pretty much any gearing, even if it's 8-tooth in the back, which is really, really small. That would be like the smallest that they have. The traditional would be a 9-tooth. Most of you probably have a 25-tooth front, 25 or 28-tooth front, and a 9-tooth in the rear. If you have bigger or you have an 8-tooth, it's totally fine. You can still use a half-link chain. It's really no big deal. But yeah, if you're wanting to know, this right here is the Saltplus chain in neochrome or oil slick, whichever you want to call it. It's actually a really popular color right now, and yeah, if you're wanting to get this chain right here, it's called Saltplus. So there you have it. If you guys want to see some more videos like this and you guys want to learn a lot more about bikes, hit that subscribe button. Let us know what you think. Thanks, guys.